Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Drill, 52. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he is out. Around the 34. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, set. Fly blue. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
19.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. There he goes, right side. Now that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this is going to set up a first and goal from the 5. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return. They'll try to run for it with Henry. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was first and 5, not first and 10, so now they can keep grinding.
Touchdown, Patriots!
Rashad Bateman.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
This defense for the Patriots, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
This is taken at the 10. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Patriots take over.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
The Patriots at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. Were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional block.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, had a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you are closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Green Jack.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
89 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70. Go.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them, but I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Now 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And some room to maneuver. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. 18, let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd and 3. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw now on the final play.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game, and I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even? They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that will level the playing field at 17 all. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the 1st half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the 1st half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Check, man.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now.
Ready.
And now a give, but this is going to be a reverse. Now on this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out right at the 25.
Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
And penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They only need a yard here. Third down and 1 after the penalty. They hand off to their big tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
Let's go. 22 needle. 52 blaster. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Well, the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
On the the ball. On the ball.
They'll look to throw here.
Setting up a screen for Stevenson.
Touchdown!
Ramondre Stevenson.
From 8 yards out. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Get it!
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Etienne up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense knows fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And they'll let Cup run on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Check it!
Straight ahead, Etienne. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The role with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Inside handoff, Henry. Oh, good move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
In those cutting edge meetings, the things that...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Rams are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw.
He'll get this off to ETN.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Patriots have just about sewn up this football game.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
3rd and 8.
Looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready?
Back to throw again.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10.
Black.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Yellow. Line. Set.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with.